Welcome back, Tauruses. I missed you. I know it's been a long time, but we're back and we're in Scorpio season, our opposite sign. And here we are coming right up to a lunar eclipse in your sign. So we have a lot to talk about. And if you guys really want to know where I've been the past year, etc., why I haven't really been on, I needed a break from social media. And if you really want to know more, we can go over it on Instagram or on a different video. But today I really just want to get right back into your reading, get back into the astrology, and really look at this month as we start to close out 2021 and move towards 2022. So are you ready for this energy? It's already begun. I'm doing this reading on the 9th. And if you've been following the astrology, and even if you haven't been, I'm sure you can feel the intensity that is this Mars, Mercury, Saturn square that is happening that honestly, I've been dreading all year. And if you know about it and know anything about astrology, I'm sure that you have been dreading this week all year. So I figured, what better time to come back than when astrology is at its height of intensity and chaos. And as we enter this really amazing moment of change and transformation, which I think for a lot of you, at least for myself as a Taurus, has already begun. Might have to do more with my Aries placements that I've already started to really feel this very intense focus, at least for me, and it could be different for a lot of you. Of course, my focus has been on boundaries lately. And it has really prompted me to look at how I have held, how I have built up, or how I have allowed people in really over my boundaries. How I've become a bit of a doormat to pleasing and being what other people want me to be. Excuse me 1 second. Turn that off. We'll get into that in a little bit. Let's let the cards speak for themselves for this November. And I knew that card was coming out. For a lot of us, we're reaching this breaking point. Not so much on an external level, but very much internally. There's a lot of new beginnings to be had, and I mean, that's always an easy thing to say with the Fool, but it's like you guys are having this really huge moment, and like I just said, I feel that it's already begun for me, where we're really releasing a past version of ourselves that we just can't move on with anymore. Are you ready to move forward? Are you ready to truly stand your ground on what you deserve, especially in terms of love and relationships? Are you going to keep accepting what you already know is hurting you so badly? An ending that has already happened, that has left you there in this really painful moment where it feels like, how do I move on from that? And I think for a lot of you, you thought you had already moved on from it, but it's coming back up. And we can thank the astrology for that, because it's very intense. And this lunar eclipse is going to be a really deeply felt emotional one for you. And I think that's why these came up first, because for me, this is immediately screaming the lunar eclipse. So in terms of that lunar eclipse in your sign that's happening on the 19th, it will feel very emotional. It's going to be a really deeply felt eclipse for you guys. And I think we probably, you know, we might even be starting to feel it now at this moment, or even in the next few days or so as we approach it, because it's going to be really, really big in terms of allowing ourselves to feel this. And I don't think a lot of people talk about this with Tauruses, but I'm going to bring something up that at least I have noticed in myself in the past year as a Taurus. Something that I probably took note of when I was younger, but was very in my face this past year, in that we don't process our emotions sometimes until much later, especially in terms of when we're when we're having a very traumatic, very heartbreaking event. Whatever this ending, this loss is, you will feel it again like it's brand new. And this eclipse is going to allow you to truly immerse yourself, to drown in that emotion, so that, and you need to allow yourself to do that, okay? There's no fighting this current. I know we like to be stubborn, especially about feeling and our emotions and processing those things that we think we can just keep pushing on, pushing forward, because we're known for that. Old reliable Taurus, we're just going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep trudging along, plodding along, but it's really time to stop holding on to this pain alone and to process this. It's going to be a very emotional process, and you need to immerse yourself so deeply in whatever it is that you feel. Imagine, you know, I don't know if you ever did this as a kid, if you ever went off of a diving board and went way as far as you could, if you tried to go and touch the bottom of the pool, especially if it was really, really deep and your ears are popping and everything just feels like, I gotta get out of here. It's going to feel like one of those moments, but just as quickly as you get down to the bottom, you will shoot right back out and you will run. Because so much success is here for you guys. It is absolutely here for us this month. I keep saying you guys like I'm not a part of it, because I have such good energy about where we're headed, but this is a very intense moment of change and transformation, and it's very important, especially during this also, that you watch your health. Is another message that I kept getting for you guys. For us is watch our health. Rest, eat well, drink a lot of water, because these changes can wear on us physically. These might be spiritual, emotional, internal changes, but they are felt so physically within us that we might start feeling weird or exhausted or having insomnia, not resting as much, or waking up at strange hours of the night, not being able to go back to sleep, and having things in our mind that we just didn't expect. At least that's been happening for me a lot. I wake up and I'm in a certain mood and I have this certain thing on my mind, and I know that internally I'm processing through this while I'm sleeping. So there's a lot that you guys are working through that are coming, that you are waking up with these revelations that are clicking. It's like your body is going through all of this because emotionally and spiritually you're going through all of this. And I just think a lot of it has to do with standing up for your own individuality, for yourself. That's another really big focus that I feel is focus on self rather than on everybody else. Standing up for what it is that we want to do and not giving a shit about about what anybody else thinks. This is my decision. This is my life. It's almost the feeling of finally, not growing up, but stating to everybody else, I'm not a fucking kid anymore. Please stop that. Don't treat me like an idiot. Don't treat me like a child. Even if you're an adult, it's just like this. It's a real, you're coming into a very different place. Confident. Knowing what it is that you want. Knowing that you can have everything that you've ever wanted. And it feels like you're finally shedding the dead weight that kept you from from having those things in the first place, from going for it, from being free enough really to go for what it is that you want and that you deserve. So are you going to keep lamenting, or are you ready to move on? Are you going to keep accepting that energy? I don't think you are this month. I don't even have to ask you that, because the answer is no. The answer is no. Cross my legs. Face down, so I will not take them. But I know we have some powerful energies that are going to be coming up. I can feel it in the cards. So be patient with them, and be patient with yourself this month, or for the rest of this month. It's going to be a difficult one. We also have some tense aspects with Uranus, which is in your sign, 16th through the 19th. And that is going to bring some chaos to your life, some unexpected changes, shakeups. But you're ready for it, because Uranus has been in our sign for a while now. You want change? I feel it coming. Bring it. I'm ready. Let's go. Did you think I wasn't? Do you think I haven't been training? Do you even lift, bro? That kind of energy. And I'm loving it for you guys. Woo, yeah. The transformation now is bringing us to such a long-term, stable path. And actually, I'm kind of drawn, after I talk about these cards, to switch it up and use a more emotionally driven deck. Like Scorpio, I'm going to use 2 decks for you. You are the opposite sign. And this is maybe even a more intense month for you than it is for Scorpio, with the sun in their sign and things going so wonderfully. Because things are going amazing for you. Let's just talk about that for a second. Because not only do we process that emotional, we process that loss. We process this pain. We process that this wasn't going to happen. Whatever happened, happened, and whatever we were waiting for to change isn't going to change. So it's time to pick up and move forward. Because the important thing to remember, especially with the 10 of Swords, is that dawn is breaking on the horizon. Yes, your cup might feel empty. You might feel totally emotionally drained. You might feel deeply disappointed in those that you love, and those that you relied upon, and those that you trusted, and those that you thought better of this month. But getting stuck on that only gets you stuck in their energy. So don't do it. It's like you finally hit a switch where you're like, wait, I don't have to care about that. It's not my responsibility to fix these people. It's not my responsibility to fix this situation. Because this month you really realize you really are faced with where you've accepted relationships that are completely non-reciprocal. You will ask yourself, are these relationships that I believe are so special, so honest, so amazing, are they even reciprocal to me? Yep. Are they even reciprocal to me? Because what I want is this. I knew it was coming out. I knew it was coming out. That's why I laughed. I was like, of course. But there it is. Love is here, and we've been waiting for it. We've been thinking about it long term. We're thinking about what it is we really want. And we're going to have some really big revelations on that front. But again, it's really going to be asking you, is this person approaching you with a full cup of honest, truthful, nothing hidden love? It's, I want this. Do you want this? I love you. Do you love me? I'm willing to put in the effort, are you? And the answer there is yes. So how do we get there? How do we get there from there, right? It's in the acceptance, in the ability to look at all these other amazing things in our life and know that we can now have all these things that we've always wanted because we ourselves have changed, because we've moved forward, because we've become better. We've done the hardest walk that there ever could be, the hardest card in the deck, in my opinion. The Eight of Cups is a moment not to be laughed at, not to be ignored at all. It's the most, in my opinion, this is so much harder and so much more painful than this moment, because this, you have already seen it coming. You knew it was going to get to that point. It always gets to that point, but it's, can I emotionally leave something that I know makes me happier than anything else, and trust that it's still there for me, that I can have this again, and that when it comes back, it'll be stable and real. How can I know that running off in this energy? How can I be sure? Well, you're a Taurus, so you're already sure. You already know. That's your thing. We know. We are the true wise seers of the zodiac. Everybody likes to, you know, say this sign and that sign is really psychic, this sign's that. But we're fixed earth. We feel things in an animalistic way. That sounds so bad. In a very natural way that nobody else does. We know of things coming long before they arrive. That's what I want. I'm saying that this is the moment of change, that you felt this coming. And maybe that's why I wasn't here for the past year, because we've all been waiting for this moment, working ourselves back up to this really beautiful, really amazing moment. One at a time. They're all face down. I knew it. Taurus, you can have it all this month. Holy crap. What's going on with these cards? These ones really want to say something to you emotionally right now. So, I knew it. Before that one came out, my heart started fluttering. And we'll get to that. I don't want to make you wait. But how do we get to that Two of Cups from there? That's really what I was focusing on for you guys, because I know you're all asking. And I'm not about to set up some like extra reading that you have to pay for right now, because I just don't have time for that. So we're just going to get right into it, right? With that Two of Wands reversed and that Tower reversed, like I said, the changes that you're experiencing this month are internal. And it all has to do with you deciding, this path that I was going down, no, fuck that. I don't see that happening. I don't see that going that way. I'm over that and we're done. I don't see a path down there, so why would I keep going? If I don't see a way, why would I keep heading down there? Why do I expect anything different? The Two of Wands is usually about prospecting, but when that's reversed, you don't see a way to prospect. And when you don't see a way to prospect, you realize it's come time for a change. And this is so much deeper than just saying, you know, oh, I'm not like gonna try with this person anymore. Oh, this relationship's toxic. This is a change within you. This isn't about these other things. Yes, are going to point the fingers in that direction for you. They're going to bring it up and bring it to your attention. But you're the one that's going to change, and it's not going to be loud. It's not going to be something you post about, tell anybody. It's internal, but everybody will notice. You will notice. you will know exactly what that is for you. And like I said earlier in the reading, mine's been about boundaries, at least. I've allowed people, I think 2021 has been a really poignant year for me, maybe with my Saturn return too, but I think it's just been a really poignant year in terms of seeing where I don't respect my own boundaries by allowing everybody else to not respect them. And that involves everybody in my life. Everyone I have relationships with, loved ones, you know, people I'm dating, friends, family, people I'm not dating anymore. It's all been about boundaries and what I allow and what that does to me in return, and if that's healthy. It's not. So it's been a really intense look at that for me. It could be something very different for you. But for me, it's been a real overhaul internally on how I take that energy in and how I let that affect me and how I stand up and cut things off when I feel that they have been crossed too many times. And a lot more than that. But it's not about me. This is about all of us. And this energy is really, really interesting. Because at many times it feels like you're like, how do I get, like, I don't understand like how we get to such a beautiful moment. But it's like, you don't have to do anything, Taurus. We've already been doing it. Like, ridiculous, right? No, we've been putting in the work for so long. We've been rolling with the punches. It's been a hard time. I don't think I have to tell you guys that this year, I don't know about other Tauruses, but it's been weird. It's been a lot. I could really use an easier year next year. Thank you. But Seven of Pentacles, there's so much growth underneath it all that we haven't seen. We're like, where is it? Where's this like, you know, love coming from? Where does this change come from? I've been waiting. I've been patient. I have been, you know, waiting to the point and, you know, trying to go down, you know, trying to prospect my way down this one path towards this one person for so long that it took me to this point to realize, oh, this is so much bigger than just this one situation. And this is so much bigger than me just, you know, again, trying to finish something that we've started. Being stubborn enough to continue down the same path, even though it will lead us not where we know it's not, you know, not, oh my God, I can't English this. It's not leading us where we want it to go, where we were told it was going to lead us. So why keep going down it? We're like, oh yeah, wait, no, I don't have to do that. We've changed. These years in Uranus have changed us, right? I love it. So where we weren't seeing this growth, where we've been feeling like, okay, she feels very overwhelmed by this, very like, what do I have to do to get through this? What do I have to do? You don't have to do anything. Like there's nothing between the 7 and the 10. It's like out of nowhere, boom, there you go. You've manifested this in. This is very Empress-like energy for you guys this month of being able to bring in what you want finally. So are you ready to accept it is really what I want to ask you, because you have so much goodness. Financially, this looks amazing, but let's finish off with the love and the romance and the feelings here a little bit before I get into the financials and the career, because it's all just coming in at once. It's like everything leads to another. Everything has to do with relationships. Again, remember that everything is in Scorpio, and with Mars and Mercury in Scorpio and having all this very tense energy, you have to be very aware of how this affects your communication and your relationships. Put energy into those. Do communicate with people. Do work with others. Do be willing to do new things in that realm. Because things take off for you in ways that can only happen because of other people, because of your group, because of everyone around you. Strong Leo energy too, if you're dealing with a Leo, or if somebody that wants to collaborate, work with you, hire you for something as a Leo, there's a lot of money there. There's a lot of strength. And you have worked hard for this, is also what I'm getting. You have worked very hard to get to where we're at now. Don't feel discouraged in these rough moments before Because again, it's like you're going to focus on all these negative things, but while you're focusing on that, all this good stuff is happening. It's going to feel a lot this month, yes, but all of this patience, all of this ability to not be reactive will pay off. And I feel very much that we haven't been reactive for months now. It's like, I don't know, we've taken a step back. We haven't allowed people to irritate us. We haven't allowed them to really push us to the limit. No matter how angry we are, no matter what they've done, we've been patient, we've been understanding, we've been forgiving, we've been loving. And it leads us back to this, back home. Something really beautiful returning in an even better way. Something that returns like this because it's grown as well. And that's amazing. For some of you, we have reunions that are really, really beautiful and that are so stable, so amazing. Both of these cards have a lot of love. I mean, all of these cards here have love, understanding, respect, and patience. And again, the ability to not be reactive is so important, because even when we know we could crush the situation, we could destroy them, we could say all the things, do all the things to make it painful, make them not just lose, but lose painfully and running with their tail between their legs. We don't have to do that. We haven't this whole time. And we haven't for a reason, because it's taught us that we don't charge at something that is frustrating us, something that we want. We don't charge at it in that way. We are patient, we are methodical, we work hard, and it comes back. The work that you put in on yourself, but it's almost like by breaking free and deciding, screw that, I've let it go, that's when it comes back. And I think that there's a lot to be said about that kind of energy. There's a lot to be said about that. And I know that a lot of people will be like, if you love something, let it go. And if it comes back, then it's meant for you. You know what's meant for you. So don't be afraid to let things go this month. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to shed your old life, to stop doing things that used to make you feel comfortable, but now that you've outgrown. Don't be afraid to be a new and improved Taurus and to accept all the wonderful things that are coming to you. A new, freer, more abundant, successful you is here. And all you have to do, oh my gosh, is accept it. You've been waiting. You've been patient. Again, don't stop looking at don't stop looking at things from a different perspective. Always make sure that you have perspective in the situation. This month will turn things on their head for you in a very amazing way, in a poignant way. This feeling of being stuck in the hangman for so long, and especially so this month, will break. And as you enter Sag season, and as we close out Scorpio season, things change beautifully. A new cycle of success and growth and abundance. I know these are all just, generic phrase things it sounds like, but it just is good. You're finally getting the recognition you deserve. You finally feel stable, secure, and independent in a way that you haven't in maybe ever. It's just different this time. And it's all because of the internal changes and all the hard work that you have put in. You have become better. You have learned. Take the experiences, the pain, everything you've been through, and push it towards that more abundant future. You're different now. Taurus is new and improved. And that's amazing. Anything else? How amazing it is. How amazing it is. Communicate a lot this month. First of all, I just want to say communicate. Communicate about what's between you and somebody else. There will be communication about it. I don't think it'll be harsh. I don't think it'll be insane. I don't think it'll be crazy. But I do think that the elephant in the room will be recognized. And somebody will speak very frankly, probably you, about how you've truly felt about this. You will have the opportunity to voice your feelings, is what I'm trying to say. And that other person will as well. I also get a lot of travel for you guys. It's just a random thing. Just be safe. That's all I want to say there is just be safe. Don't spend too much. Don't spend too much. Abundance will be here very soon. Be patient. Don't spend frivolously. Your hard work is paying off so amazingly. But there is something really beautiful here. Again, things start picking up in a way that is so amazing. Like I said, traveling, yes. But also, communication frees up. And it's almost as if when you separate yourself from whatever that situation was, that it comes flying right back towards you with more passion, with renewed energy, more to communicate, a lighter feeling. And yet I just want to say there's a nice pairing here, a Queen and a King of Cups. And I know that you guys obviously are fixed earth, but emotionally I feel like you're meeting your match this month, or they're coming back. And I say coming back because I see the Six of Cups. I don't want people to freak out about that and be like, eh. But it is my card for reunions. It is my card for getting back together. It is my card for soulmates as well. Sixes are very special to me. And Six of Cups is my soulmate card. Again, soulmate doesn't mean forever and all that other stuff. But still, it is a soulmate. Somebody that you feel at home with, that you have probably known in other lives. Somebody that you have a much deeper connection with than you can put into words. There's a lot of beauty here, and I know that this is what it is. There's two people in each of these cards who are leaving this month in love, I'm pretty sure. And again, if it doesn't happen right away, like I said, you know what's meant for you. And it's yours already. It's yours. Just know that. Know that what is meant for you is yours. Okay? Because the universe is bringing this energy right to your doorstep. If you've been asking, if you've been reaching out, it's coming. It's coming big. Because while financial stuff has been beautiful, amazing, incredible, and will continue to be successful in ways that we never could have thought, don't be afraid of the success. Be open to it. Be willing to change for it. Be willing to do it, okay? It's coming in. And so is this feeling that you never thought you would feel again. And I really, really love that. So, Taurus, I went way over time than I expected to with you, but I haven't read your energy in a while. It's a big month. Again, I just can't believe it. You have such beautiful energy here on the table. And it's, yes, we have these moments of such deep pain. And I can't tell you how many times I've like woken up and cried this month as well. Just waking up feeling all of that. But it's like, you know that you're just processing through this, that we have to face this right now. We have to work through this. We have to confront why we feel this way and what we're going to do about it. And how long we're willing to accept being treated in a way that's subpar than what we know we deserve. If there are any relationships in your life like that, it's time to cut them off. And I don't even think it's like a big dramatic thing. I mean, if you have to tell people one thing or another, tell them, how you really feel, you're not afraid to do it this month. I'll say that. Not with the Mars and Scorpio, not with Mercury and Scorpio. So, like I said with Scorpios, be careful how you speak with others. Because you guys can be just as rude as them. Let's be real. I don't feel that as much for you as I did for them. I actually feel a lot of silence. I feel a lot of internalized emotion. But I do think that the conversations that need to be had will definitely be had this month. And they will be had in a much more productive manner that creates a much more stable future for all the situations that you want. But again, don't be willing to accept spoiled milk. It's when you stop, it's when you finally, again, that might be the same situation that does return. It might be something much better. And I don't want to give your hopes up for something that's toxic if that's what it is, or if it's not healthy or abusive or anything. But this is love. There's this really beautiful nostalgia with the Six of Cups that feels like home. There's true, unfettered, unbiased, untethered type of love here with the Two of Cups. It's just so honest, upfront, and there. And there's nothing hiding with that. We're both approaching each other with true feelings, love, affection, and emotion. And it can be something that we can build into a lifetime here. So, Taurus, are you ready to just accept all this? Don't be afraid of all that other stuff. I know, like, you know, some of those cards are a little scary, but like, we got this. It's fine. We're Tauruses. We've been through enough. I think we can get through this, right? Okay. So, Tauruses, I am accepting some private readings. So if you do want to book a reading, all the information is in the description box below. Please email me first. Do make sure to subscribe, guys. Check me out over on Instagram. And I do love seeing your comments. Please comment. I miss you guys so much. I will try to be doing this monthly. It's been such a crazy, busy time. So I will try my very best to get all of them out. I will try my very best to do this on a monthly basis with you guys. And again, thank you so much for all of your support, for all the kind messages that I receive while I was away. Love you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of November.